Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is JJF Certified, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be ranking all of the perk icons from worst to best. Now, this is talking about whenever you buy a perk in zombies, it puts a little symbol on the bottom right or bottom left of your screen, or in the case of Black Ops 4 on just the bottom. It's this little icon that represents that you have the perk, and we're going to be ranking all of those artistically from worst to best. So coming in at our number 28 spot as the worst perk icon in all of Call of Duty Zombies, we have Death Perception. I don't understand this perk icon. The color scheme is gross. White, yellow, and that weird orangey thing, it just doesn't work together well. I can see how the perk icon itself shows what the perk does, but overall, I think it's just gross. The skull looks stupid, and overall, this is just a dumb perk icon. Coming in at our number 27 spot, we have Victorious Tortoise. While this perk icon is somewhat clever in its design, the guy on the cover looks ugly. Coming in at our number 26 spot, we have the Tombstone soda icon. Now, this icon is pretty stupid, because it literally is turned the wrong way. If you look at everything, it's kind of that banner shape, but with Tombstone, it's shaped like a tombstone. Well, that's like a kind of funny, right? Kind of funny. No, it's not funny, it's stupid. So that's where we're gonna put it at our number 26 spot. Coming in at our number 25 spot, we have Blood Wolf Bite. I don't like this for the same reason that I don't like Victorious Tortoise, and that's because the wolf is ugly. Coming in at our number 24 spot, we have Electric Cherry. While this is kind of cool in that, you know, it's a cherry with a lightning bolt in it, and yeah, it's got an interesting color scheme, but overall, it's just a cherry. Coming in at our number 23 spot, we have a Double Tap 1. Now, I can just imagine all of the Treyarch devs in there just trying to think, oh, what should the perk icon be? What should the perk icon be? And then the one guy being like, guys, I have the solution. Just put 2 bullets. Genius, am I right? No. Coming in at our number 22 spot, we have the Secret Sauce perk icon. Now, while this perk icon has one of the best color schemes that I have ever seen, it just doesn't make sense for zombies. What about zombies is scientific? I mean, it's not like we're in a lab and every freaking zombies map ever made or anything. Coming in at our number 21 spot, we have the Who's Who perk icon. Now, the one thing that I think is cool about this perk icon, I don't like the color scheme. It's too simplistic. But the one thing I do like is it is based off a real painting. It's like in the Sistine Chapel or something. It's like that painting where like Adam's reaching up to God and God's reaching down to Adam. I mean, it looks just like that. I don't think it is supposed to be that, but that's what I always think of. It's a kind of cool icon, but it's just overall kind of dumb. Coming in at our number 20 spot, we have Stone Cold Stronghold. Now, my big problem with this one, well, there are 2 big problems. I usually like when there's a little guy in the perk icon, but this guy just looks too buff to be cool. Like, he just looks like it's like a stick figure, but like there's way too much detail. And then another thing, what about this color scheme or representation has anything to do with being stone cold? None of this represents stone, none of this represents cold, and it doesn't fit with the perk. Coming in at our number 19 spot, we have Bandolier Bandit. Now, this is kind of the same problem with the Stone Cold Stronghold one. I tend to like the little guys in the perk icons, but this guy just has a little too much detail to him, and honestly, it looks like he's trying to be really cool, but failing miserably. Coming in at our number 18 spot, we have the Juggernog perk icon. Now, this is one of the most iconic symbols of zombies, like, to ever exist. However, as a perk icon, it's a meh. I mean, it's a bullet, it's a cross, and it's red. The color scheme's really nice, but I mean, it's a little too simplistic for my tastes, so that's where we're gonna have to put it at our number 18 spot. Coming in at our number 17 spot, we have the PhD Flopper perk icon. This is one of the coolest perk icons of all of these, but it just doesn't fit its perk very well. PhD Flopper helps you with explosives, it gives you that flopping ability, right. What does that have to do with radioactivity? What does that have to do with radiation? I mean, I don't get it. Still a really cool perk icon though, so that's where we're gonna have to put it kind of in the middle here. Coming in at our number 16 spot, we have the Electric Burst perk icon. Now, while some people think this is stupid, I actually think this is really cool. It shows you exactly what the perk does. When you reload your gun, lightning just goes everywhere, and I think it's a really good representation of what the perk does. Beautiful color scheme. My only problem is it's detailed too much in the gun and not detailed as much in the surroundings. Coming in at our number 15 spot, we have the Vulture Aid perk icon. I mean, there's not much to say about this one. It's a vulture skeleton. I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's maybe not as cool as I'd want it to be. It's just a pretty simple concept for a perk icon, so that's why it's in the middle. It's a good concept, but it's a simple concept. Coming in at our number 14 spot, we have the Mule Kick perk icon. This perk icon shows exactly what the perk does. It gives you 3 guns. That's what it does. It's pretty simple, but at the same time, I think it's a good simplicity. This is kind of where I'm gonna mark the pretty good perk icons, and it's just not as cool as some of the other icons. Coming in at our number 13 spot, we have Dying Wish. This is a really cool perk icon with a meh color scheme, but honestly, it's a really cool perk icon. The only thing I wish was different is I wish the arm coming out of the grave had a gun or something. I don't think the sword necessarily makes sense, and yeah, that's really my only pet peeve with it. Coming in at our number 12 spot, we have Dying Wish's older brother, Quick Revive. Now, Quick Revive is the most nostalgic perk icon in all of Call of Duty Zombies, in my opinion. Considering this is the first perk icon I ever got to see, because Quick Revive was my first perk to buy. I mean, it's just major nostalgia. It shows you exactly what the perk does. It's the guy coming out of the grave. He's just come back to life. That's pretty cool. My only problem with this is I don't like that his head is kind of like smeared back. I know it's a representation of him like getting up, but I feel like there could have been a better way they could have represented that. Coming in at our number 11 spot, we have Zomshell. This, in my opinion, is one of the coolest perk icons in all of Call of Duty Zombies. Looking back on it, I think I should have rated it higher, but as is, it is awesome. It shows exactly what the perk does. Whenever, if you don't know what Zomshell does, when you kill a zombie, it has a chance to explode, and the perk icon just matches that really well. I love all the little chipping and all the little shards coming off the zombies because they're shells from the, gun that he was just shot by. I don't know. It's just a really cool perk icon. That's why it's at our number 11 spot. Coming in at our number 10 spot, we have the Speed Cola perk icon. Now, some people do not like this perk icon because it's too simple, and I think to some extent it is pretty simple, but that's why it's at the number 10. It does really good with what it has, but it doesn't have a lot to it. There are definitely things that are cooler. Coming in at our number 9 spot, we have Deadshot Daiquiri / Deadshot Dealer. They're essentially the same perk icon, it's just that Deadshot Dealer is stupid and yellow, so that we're just gonna group them into one and call it black. But Deadshot Daiquiri is just a really, really cool perk icon, and for one main reason is you can glance at it and it looks like a concrete symbol, and you're like, oh yeah, that's Deadshot. But if you really look at it, it's, someone's sniper X on some guy's head because you're about to get a headshot. That's the whole purpose in having Deadshot Daiquiri. But it really looks like a nice, concrete, well put together symbol, and I think Treyarch did a fantastic job with it. Coming in at our number 8 spot, we have the Widow's Wine perk icon. Now, this is one of the coolest looking perk icons in the world. I mean, come on, it's a freaking spider with a beautiful color scheme. And one little detail that I feel like some people overlook, some people miss, is the mark on the back of the spider is a kiss mark, like a kiss from a widow. It's a genius perk icon. It's not as cool as the 7 other perk icons that we are about to talk about. Coming in at our number 7 spot, we have PhD Slider. Now, while the perk icon representation by itself isn't great, and the color scheme isn't fantastic, I mean, come on, just look at that little guy. Coming in at our number 6 spot, we have Blaze Phase. Now, I like this one for the same reason I like the PhD Slider icon. I mean, it's the little guy. He looks adorable, and he's freaking awesome. He's got fire coming out of his back. He dashing, and he just looks really cool, and that's why I like this perk icon. Coming in at our number 5 spot, we have Double Tap 2. Now, this is probably the most perfect perk icon when it comes to showing you what this perk does. You shoot a bullet, and because of Double Tap 2, it splits into 2. That's exactly what Double Tap does. You shoot a bullet and 2 come out of the gun and go towards the zombies. It's essentially double damage. It shows exactly what the perk does. It was a fantastic rework of the first Double Tap icon, and I just think it did a really good job. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have Time Slip. Now, while this isn't the coolest perk icon in all of Call of Duty Zombies, I mean, look at him. That has got to be the cutest thing I have ever seen. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have Ethereal Razor. Now, while I tend not to like perk icons where too much is going on, I think the perfect amount of stuff is going on here. I think the little guy, yet again, freaking awesome. The zombie head looks cool as well, and you got the little slash mark. And probably the most clever touch that this perk icon has is its color scheme, because for the most part it's white and red, which is pretty simple on its own. But the knife itself is covered in a blue glow, which if you've ever used Ethereal Razor in Black Ops 4 Zombies, that's exactly what the knife looks like. It looks like it's a blue knife that comes off your real knife, and I think it's just a perfect representation of what the perk does, and it just looks freaking awesome. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Winter's Wail perk icon. Now, there are 2 reasons that this perk icon is just amazing. One is the color scheme. That blue color is amazing. It's one of the best colors I've ever seen in a perk icon. And 2, that skull has just enough detail to be awesome, but not too much that it's overdoing it. And I mean, it's pretty simple, but it kind of shows you what it does. And yeah, that's why it's at our number 2 spot. And coming in at our number 1 spot for the best perk icon in all of Call of Duty Zombies, we have the Stamina perk icon. This icon is literal perfection. It has everything you need to have a successful perk icon. It shows you exactly what the perk does. It has the little man. It's cartoony enough to be cool, but also just awesome enough to be cool. This has all the things needed to be a perfect icon, and I think it just knocks it out of the park. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. Did you agree with what I said? If you don't or do, please let me know in the comment section down below. Do not forget to like if you liked it. Do not forget to subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos from me. And if you're even more interested, just click that notification bell. You'll get notified every time I post a new video. I'm working to get a consistent schedule down, so you should have plenty more videos to be watching in the future if you click that notification bell. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hope you did enjoy, and this is Jay out.